This is what we're making today. Hey guys, so we're gonna mix strawberries today. Of course, you know we're using a pipe. I don't need to cover some of the basics. Our furnace over here. We're gonna draw some glass out. I'm gonna squeeze the glass off the pipe. That's kind of the beginning, starting point for the strawberry. We're gonna add some color. We'll coat this several times. Get a good couple of layers on there. All right, we got our 3 layers. We're gonna high to low this baby real quick. And then I'm gonna cap a bubble. Remember, capping is where I blow into the pipe, trap the air with my thumb, and wait for the air pressure to push its way through that glass. It's hopefully molten enough on that end to expand and give way to a little pocket of air, like you just saw. And I know it doesn't really look red, like when you look at these 2 colors next to each other, hot red, cold red. So certain colors have different minerals that was used to create them to cause a change in the way the color acts when it's hot, meaning that some colors just change when they're hot and then take a lot longer to change back. And that happens usually in the cool down process. So again, this looks pretty dark brown. It doesn't look red at all. But if you pan over to the marber, you'll see how red it actually will be. So now we're gonna get a gather. I'm gonna use my wooden block to shape it. We're also gonna be using the pineapple mold. We have a couple of them over here. And if you check out the inside of that guy, you'll see all those little teeth in there. That's what's gonna create the impressions for the strawberry. All right, so we're ready for another layer. I'm gonna strip a little bit off of here. I didn't quite want that much. So this is gonna give us the volume that we need for the size of strawberry that I wanna make, right? I just added some extra clear. Use our block a little bit, shape this real fast. And I'm just gonna let it sit for a second, let that heat soak to the core, so the very core of this gets nice and hot before I do any blowing. The next step will be simply just heating in the hole, shaping on the marber, and doing some blowing to blow up the bubble that I've already started just a little bit more. We're gonna do a low marber to squeeze the glass off the pipe, then we're gonna do a high to low to kind of cool the top end or the bottom of the strawberry. Remember, the top of the strawberry is gonna be here, this is gonna be the bottom of the strawberry. A little bit of rolling to cool that down. A little puff, blow it up. We'll do that some more. You can see it expanding a little bit. I'm gonna do one more roll and one more puff, and then we'll be ready. Okay, that's kind of where we're at now. I might taper this up just a little bit. Most of our molds go down to a taper, and so when the glass is tapered, that helps. So one more quick roll. Now we're ready. So at this point, we're gonna get it really hot. I'm gonna come right over here. I'll scoop this out so we can get a better angle at it. And I'll basically shove it in here and give it a little puff. And then as soon as that happens, I need to be very quick because I can only reheat this so many times before the dimples that are created from the mold will melt away. So you have a short window for these next couple steps. And they'll happen very quickly. Taper this a little bit. And the bottom half's pretty much done. We'll wait for this to cool just a tad. So I'm just gonna flash, I'll tap it off over there, and then I'll make the stem and get that ready. So the stem I do in 2 parts. The stem is kind of a 2-part deal where I make like what I call the cap, and then I use what's left over for the stem. But you got to move pretty quick. We just put that down less than a minute ago, and I'm already almost done with my cap. Gonna make it look a little leafy. Check it out, guys. Like and subscribe if you want to see more.